What specifically are the department's recommendations to the court today?
Your Honor, that the department be named temporary managing conservator of the subject children, and that their placements are continued and approved in foster care. We are requesting that the mother participate in an intake at Safe Place, that she participate in a psychological evaluation, individual therapy, parenting classes, and we are recommending visits to be one time a month supervised at the department.
Ms. Burke, could you tell the court whether or not the mother has thus far been compliant with the department?
No, Your Honor, she has not. She's presented at the department several times, being quite loud and belligerent and basically having a very angry attitude. That is why we feel at this time visits once a month supervised at the department would be appropriate.
Ms. Martinez, you heard what the department had to say. Is there anything that you would like to tell the court?
Well, Your Honor, we object to visits one time a month. I mean, there's no evidence here that Ms. Martinez done anything wrong. She's got a 2-year-old. Once a month just isn't sufficient.
Your Honor, if she does comply with this plan of service that we're going to outline for her and she does start participating in services, maybe at the next hearing we would feel more comfortable requesting that her visits be expanded.
Perhaps, Ms. Stanley, you could encourage your client to be more cooperative and partake in the services that are being offered. And should she do so, it seems perfectly reasonable that at a later date we could increase her contact with the children.
Well, Your Honor, can we do that between working with the department as opposed to waiting until we have to come back to another hearing? I mean, I would like to talk to Mr. Cumberbatch about it, but it seems to me that this might not be good for the children for them to be separated from Mom for so long.
Your Honor, I haven't had an opportunity to meet with the children yet, but I do agree with Ms. Stanley.
When you say you agree with her, then are you also agreeing that should the mother partake in the services that the department is requesting, that at a juncture at which that occurs, you would want to see your clients have more contact with Ms. Martinez?
Absolutely, and I would not be opposed at this time to Ms. Martinez having once-a-week visits with my clients.
Ms. Martinez, let me explain something to you. The court is going to continue to have hearings reviewing this case. The department is telling the court that thus far you're not making things any easier. And if you don't make things easier in terms of working with them and being open to the services that they're recommending, the department is seeking to terminate your parental rights. That is a likely outcome of this case based on the facts that the court has heard thus far. You can either make this easy on yourself or you can make this difficult on yourself. Do you want to get your children back?
What gives the court the right to take my children away?
The question is, do you want your children back or not, ma'am?
Those are my children.
What are you willing to do to get them back?
This is ridiculous.
If it's ridiculous, ma'am, then the answer is pretty clear. If you want to get them back, you begin by showing the court that you want to get them back. And you start going to the services that they're recommending. You go to Safe Place. You have this psych eval. You have the intake assessment. If you do all those things, these folks are going to be back in here recommending that you get your children returned to you. If you're not interested in those things, in a very short period of time, I anticipate that you will be kissing those children goodbye. There will be a termination of parental rights hearing, and they will be freed up for adoption where they can go live with someone else. It is your choice. If that's what you want to have happen here, ma'am, we can make it go that way. You want to get your kids back? I'd suggest you start working with these people.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Martinez, how long do you anticipate being in custody?
I don't know.
Could this be a while?
I don't know.
Do you even have a setting on your criminal case anytime in the near future?
Your Honor, I don't have any idea.
Okay, well, you're locked up right now, and I'm just wondering what's happening on your criminal case. Do you know if that's something that's going to be disposed of in a short period of time, or if you're apt to be in jail for a bit until it's taken care of?
At this time, I just don't have any idea.
Okay, thank you, sir. And is the department not recommending any services for Mr. Martinez given his current incarceration?
That is correct, Your Honor. We would ask him to contact the department upon his release from jail to meet with us and develop a service plan.
You got a problem with that, sir?
Yeah. I mean, I have the right to see my children, right?
Sir, you're in custody right now.
Well, it just might be better for them emotionally if they get to see their father once in a while.
Actually, that does remind me of an issue. Has the department arranged for counseling for the oldest child? And there was information that the middle child has some developmental delays. Is the department doing anything to address those issues?
Yes, we are, Your Honor. David has an assessment scheduled next week to determine if he has any developmental delays, and we are also setting up counseling for all the children.
Is there anything else from anyone?
Yes, Your Honor. Can you clarify whether or not we have to come back to the court before you modify the visitation rights of Ms. Martinez with the 3 children, or whether or not we're able to work that out with the department between now and the next hearing?
Well, Mr. Cumberbatch, I'd be apt to order that if the department, the attorney ad litem, and at that time the CASA are in agreement with having visits more frequent, then the court's approving doing that at this time. Would that be acceptable to you?
Yes, Your Honor, that'll work.
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
Then at this time, the court is going to go ahead and order that temporary managing conservatorship of the 3 children will go with the department. The parents will be named temporary possessory conservators. The court is approving their placement in foster care. The mother is ordered to have an intake and assessment at Safe Place. She is also ordered to attend parenting. Visits between the mother and the children will be once a month, but only after she has engaged in some services and only after the department, the attorney ad litem for the children, and CASA are in agreement that we have enough compliance from the mother that it would be appropriate to give her more frequent visits. Then the court's going to approve at this time of once-a-week visits for the mother. Have I left anything out?
Your Honor, are you also ordering Ms. Martinez to attend a psychological evaluation?
Yes, Ms. Roper, I forgot about that. The respondent mother is also ordered to have a psychological evaluation. She will be ordered to follow the recommendations of that evaluation. And other than setting this case for a status hearing, which we must do in 45 days, what would that date be?
October 17th.
Okay. On October 17th at 9 o'clock, all the parties are ordered to appear back in front of this court for the status hearing. We're adjourned.